partner Steve's going to ask me some questions, and I'm going to give you an answer on how I feel. So first, I'll start off by, again, explaining I've been competing as an NPC bodybuilder for 5 years, since 2000. Well, it's actually 6 years. I've actually done 18 regional and state shows combined, and then 2 national shows, which was the Junior National and Junior USA's. I have about, I think, 7 first place wins and a lot of second places, and then a couple thirds and a 5th. So I've done pretty well, except for at the national level. I ended up getting 10th, and the one show I didn't even place. They had me 7th place at weigh-ins, and I ended up getting 16th. It was a learning experience. I haven't really, I've not done a show this year. It's 2006, the first time I've not done a show since 2000. The reason for that was a lot of reasons. One, I was in school for nursing. I finished my first year. I did do actually 6 shows last year while I was in college, so it can be done. It was very tough. Of course, I had to have A's in the beginning of the semester, and ended up, when I was cardio bleeding, getting worse grades, but I ended up getting a 3.7, so I know it can be done. If you go to college, I had 2 jobs. I actually worked for my mother at the day spa. I work 8 to 11 in the morning, and I come back at 4 to 9, and I was going to school, and I was cutting lawns on the weekends. So basically, like, again, the main reason I'm not competing is back in March I had an AVM, which is an arterial venous malformation, which was in my head. It was an artery that I had problems with, and it was starting to bleed internally in my head, and started drawing blood from other veins in my face, and I had to have MRIs and angiograms, and it was pretty touch and go for a while. I wasn't sure, if I was going to live or die, and it was, I had done my last show in November of 2005. I knew something was wrong because veins had popped out of my forehead and in my hair. So, to make a long story short, I had to go to New York to a special hospital, and I had to have surgery, 4-hour surgery, which was successful. Left me with some temporary issues that are still healing, and left me with a blood clot from 4 hours of being under anesthesia. The clot is finally gone. So I've taken this time to just relax and try to lift and not stress myself out with getting ready for a show. And it's actually helped because I weigh 230, and it's the best I've looked for 230. I was 260, 265 back in the winter. Of course, I didn't look as lean, and now I feel really good. So basically, that's what I've been doing this year, is just working, taking care of myself, and my goal is to do a national show next year and come in the best shape of my life, and do my first show since 2005. So Steve can ask me some questions.
Why did you get involved in bodybuilding?
Originally, I started lifting when I was 14 years old. I had to say I grew up in the city, and I'd say more of a tougher. Now that I'm older, I would definitely say more of a tougher neighborhood than where I'm in now. So I started working out kind of to. Every kid wants to be big. You want to get big. You want to protect yourself, and started lifting weights. And at 23, I did some men's health magazines, and at that point, I was getting a lot of my friends saying, "You know what? You got great genetics. You should be a bodybuilder." I did my first show in 1999 as a middleweight. It wasn't an MTC show, and I won. And from there, I decided that I love the way the discipline feels. I love getting up every day and being regimented, and knowing that I'm going to eat a certain way, knowing that I'm going to go to the gym. And it just seems, it's almost like doing karate or anything that takes a lot of mental focus and discipline. And some people need that in their life, like people that go in the military. And that's what I feel like I need, because when the show's over and I go back to my normal life, which is get up and not know what I want to eat, and I'm not really going to the gym to train for a show, I actually don't feel as good. And even though that's what I do is tough, it doesn't feel as good having it easy. And I think it's the toughest sport in the world. I've played football, I played soccer, I played baseball. This is the most mentally challenging sport because of the diet part that goes along with it. And I know that only 1% of the world can get into the shape that I'm in. And that if I fail, I fail, not the rest of my team. And if I succeed, I succeed. So, plus I've met a lot of great people. I'm doing this video. I mean, it's brought a lot of good things. So that's why I'm pretty much into bodybuilding. Plus, with it now, I'm helping others. I'm helping others reach goals and get in shape. And even if I just touch one person, still I'm able to reach out and touch somebody and help them, where if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be able to help anybody with anything. So that's the main reason.
What would you say you like most about bodybuilding?
Again, I guess it's probably that it keeps me driven, and I think that affects other aspects of my life. Because if I'm driven and focused on one thing, that's the kind of mentality that I have towards everything else. Again, I'm 31. I mean, I've been doing it only for 5 or 6 years. You know, I might get burned out. I might not. I mean, you might need a break from it. That's like with anything in life. My little cat is meowing, as you can see here. She's a little stinker. But you want to be on camera? Let's put you on camera. Say hello. She got a little front bicep. See it? It's pretty good. But ooh, with all that hair shedding. That's why I don't play with my cats. I just run around the house. But so yeah, that's pretty much why I do bodybuilding.
What would you say you like least about bodybuilding?
The least I would say is probably the negative stereotypes that come along with the sport. I mean, everybody assumes you're a meathead. Everybody assumes you have no brain.